Show is back. Yep. By the hair of my chinny chin chin. Yep. Yep. Getting attacked every single solitary day. Hell, it's not, I guess, being attacked now. It's a way of life. And it's become so repetitive, so boring. I mean, because you can set your clock by the complete outrage from second to second, minute to minute, hour to hour, day to day of the emotionally outraged left. And it is getting so tedious. And of course, boring. Of course, so boring. They do not have a creative gene in their body. That's why they have to control us. But we're not talking about that today. You know what we're talking about today? Yeah, we're talking about, everything old being new again. So during the run up to the 2018 midterm elections, we didn't hear a whole lot from the gun grabbers, did we? But surprise, surprise, surprise. Today, we are hearing the same old rhetoric, the same old calls for registration. And they're telling us, well, that's not, us trying to take guns away. Yes, it is. It's infringing on our rights. And how do you not know what shall means? I mean, you guys live in government to regulate the rest of us. So how do you not know what shall means in the context of a government document? But you do. So what we're talking about today, folks, is basically the reason why you will never, ever, pry, you will never, ever, why you will never, ever, you will never, ever, yeah, you will never, ever take my Second Amendment away from me, my protection against life, liberty, and yeah, I'm going to pursue happiness no matter what you think of it. And my happiness is your nightmare. So get ready for a fear fest, the left, because this is Joe Wayne. Many of you have never heard of me. Even though I have 76,000 plus subscribers still after all of the attacks from Susan and Sundar. Yeah, from Googly One and GooTube. Because apparently they don't have red blood like the rest of us. I think they're full of black goo running through their cold, dark veins. Their lifeless veins that does not pump anything through their dark hearts except for hate. As they point the finger at us, right? So you're never going to pry my Second Amendment away from me unless you pry it away from my gold dead fingers. As I get ready to unload on you weak, uncompetitive beta bitches and bastards all. You're never going to pry my Second Amendment away from me. You're never going to take my guns, plural. Never going to take my magazines. You're never going to force me to register like the Jews did under Hitler. You're never going to do that because that's the first step, right? The first step of incrementalism. All right? Take away a little so, you don't notice it. But it's death by 1,000 little cuts, isn't it? They're just slicing our Bill of Rights and our Constitution to shreds. But they aren't really, as we continue to put more of our own on the court. And RBG, not doing too well, are you, you old bag? No. She's not just falling asleep. She's falling down, and she can't get up. And when she's gone, Breyer is right behind her, like I've been telling you guys for months and months now. And that's what they're so afraid of. So they think they've won the House, and they think they have beaten back the scourge, you know. The scourge of liberalism. Of course, that is what we are. We're not the scourge of humanity like they are. No, we're not the scourge of humanity. We are the scourge of leftists, losers, and liars and leakers. All of those liberals. All of those haters and mental masturbators that couldn't create the germ of an idea, so they have to take everything and steal everything from us who do create civilizations and society and art. So, you're never going to pry. You're never going to pry. You're never going to take my Second Amendment away from me. You're never going to pry my constitutional rights away from me. So, what they're saying now, other than the same old rhetoric of registration, they're trying to say, oh, yeah, wait a minute, Joe. The lefties, the losers, the censors out there that better go ahead and move to China. Apple and Google, go ahead and take YouTube with you, Google, because we're not going to have any more of you. You're going the way of Facebook. And if you cannot smell that, if you can't see 2 inches in front of your face of the future, yep, your future, which is no future here in the United States of America, the republic for which we stand and you run from. You try to regulate us, but you're going to run from us. So, they're saying, wait a minute, Joe. The lefty losers are telling me, wait a minute, but guns kill. Guns kill. Those evil guns kill. No, they don't. People do. Yeah. People kill. Guns are just another tool to be used, just like you censors out there who are actually, you think you're running roughshod over freedom of speech and the Constitution. You're not. You're simply lambs being led to the slaughter, and you're leading yourself to the slaughter, and that is hilarious. So as more of what you thought were your possessions, the black community, the gay and lesbian, the LGBT, whatever community, they're hashtag walking away from you. Hell, they're hashtag running away from you. They're done with the corruption and lies as you continue to double and triple down with Brenda Snipes and her electoral chaos in Florida. Yep. Her days are numbered. Her days are numbered. Mark my words. She's going to jail where she belongs, where it belongs, because I don't believe that's a human being. No, 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 no. So they are telling us and telling me that guns kill. Hey, guess what, dumbass? So do knives. You gonna ban knives? I mean, hell, they're just, knifing everybody that comes into contact with the Muslims there in the UK because they don't have the Second Amendment. Have they banned knives yet? No, they haven't. Because they know there is nowhere else they can go from that slippery slope that they're on except for straight to hell where they belong. So as they are slipping and a sliding, as they are spiraling straight down towards that hell that they have created for themselves, that they were trying to force us into, they have failed. They have failed again, and they will fail always because that's what they're supposed to do. If you can't stand up, then what do? You lay down. That's right. You lay down like the dogs you are, and you come to heel like you will. So, yeah, guns kill people. Hey, wait a minute. So do rocks. I don't see anybody trying to ban rocks or cars. There's also a little thing called blunt force trauma that kills lots and lots of people every year, millions in fact. Are you going to ban every blunt force object in the world? So there are no corners, nothing hard. I mean, you'll basically be where you belong in a circular padded cell so you can't hurt yourself or anybody else with your crazy, outlandish emotional outrage that has no basis in reality. You have not one stitch of intellectual honesty. You will lie and lie and lie when the truth sounds good because that's all you know. You, unlike we, have been given everything for the last 30 years by George Soros and now his son, Alexander Soros. So you've been given everything, so you're entitled. Guess what? It hasn't made you stronger, it's made you weaker, so you have to control. Because you can never compete, so you have to control, but you are losing control. Hell, you've lost all control. That's why you're so insane in the membrane, rioting all over the place. Now, they weren't talking about taking our guns away, taking away our Second Amendment away from us, or limiting or infringing on our rights, which they shall not do and they will not do. They weren't talking about it the run-up, how the whole year and a half to 2 years of the midterms. But now, a few days after the midterms and what they think is success, of course, I wouldn't speak too fast. You know, I wouldn't rush out there and claim victory like Crazy Eyes Pelosi is doing all over the place. Because you remember, folks, a country divided, a Congress divided, there's nothing getting done. Sure gridlock. Yep. What happened? What happened? What happened to our president and his agenda? Well, he's been getting a lot of it through. And how has he been getting it through? Because he throws a shiny ball over here, and the dumbass left just goes chasing it like the dumb dogs they are. So he shows them a shiny object. So he shows them a shiny object, and he throws it over there, and they run for it. And he's over here quietly just killing it on his promises. He's a promise keeper. Don't have the wall yet, but we will. We will. I guarantee you, when he gets reelected, and we continue to add to our numbers in the Senate, if there's anybody up, they're going to be on our side. We'll get the House back, of course, because by that time, the country would have gone, through 2 more years of hell at the Democrats' hands. 2 more years of basically lost capital, right? Lost capital. I mean, hell, under 8 years of Obama, we had a lost generation of millennials. So they're still lost. I mean, thanks a lot, Big Ears Barry, for doing everything you could to destroy the fabric of America, starting with the kids in colleges. Thank you for showing us who the left was, because you are done. I mean, folks, why don't you reflect upon the fact that he was not successful in any of the Senate races. Hell, I don't think he was successful in any of the House races, maybe one that he wouldn't, campaign for. So he's a loser. He has no energy. He's a low-energy loser like Jeb and the entirety of the Bush crime family and the Obama crime syndicate, right? Let's not forget the Clinton crime cabal. So hopefully pretty soon they will all be members of the Cell Block C Country Club, and they will all be salad tossers extraordinaire, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. But you will never ever take 300 plus million guns away from us, because what will they have to do? It will come to a point, because it has to. The only way they could do this is to go house to house. They can either go house to house or just target from a drone all of the houses. You know, hell, in Plano alone, you have more guns per capita, and that's more guns per 100,000 citizens than you do anywhere else in the world. I mean, good luck, because the first house you take out with a drone will be the last house you take out with a drone. You're not going house to house because the Patriots are with us, and their Patriots are on the police force. They're not in NATO, they're not in the UN, certainly. No. They're your brothers and sisters and mothers and daughters and aunts and uncles. They're with us. They're with the people. They believe in self-preservation. They believe in law enforcement. Yeah. Not complete aberration of your duties if you're a so-called law enforcement official and you think you're going to be taking guns. No, you're going to be taken out. Not a threat. I'm just telling you. I know where my people are. And they're with me. Even though you try to hide me. I mean, I have 76,000 plus subscribers, yet only 300 people get to see my video yesterday. Nobody's getting any notifications. I mean, don't you think out of 76,000 plus that I would have gotten more than 300 views? Hell, I'm not even sure if I'll get 300 views for the video yesterday, but it's all good. It's all good because you're showing me, via your actions, because words are meaningless. They're just used to control people and lie to people, manipulate us all. So your words are meaningless. Actions are the only thing that means anything. That shows all of us, if you actually do have character, if you do believe in freedom of speech, if you do believe in the Constitution, if you wrap yourself around it at night like I do, all snugly like a bug in a rug. I just love that warm Constitution of mine. You're never going to amend it. Of course, they never, folks. They never say what they have to do, what must be done to change our Constitution, and that is the amendment process. They never even mention that, do they? Because they think they're going to run their leftist Antifa mobs all over us and that we're going to stand for it. No, our president is not woke. He is wide awake and he can smell what the Joe Wade is cooking. That's right, because he's cooking the same meal there at the White House. We are simpatico. And I will take a licking and I'll just keep ticking. Just like Timex, you son of a bitches and bastards on the left. All you beta cucks alike. I will suffer and I will struggle against what used to be seen as an insurmountable odd, a behemoth of betas that you call and we call the globalist, headed by Soros and Steyer and the Koch bros. Yep, they're all done. They're all marked. Number one, right? They're all marked. As for me, you're never. As for I, once again, you will never, ever, never, ever, in your wettest, wildest dreams, you will never, ever take away my Second Amendment, my Constitution, my Bill of Rights until you pry them from my cold, dead hands. And my hands, well, they're on fire, as is my soul. I'm a man with his soul on fire. That's right. With the light of purification that's about to sweep through this land the way it's sweeping through California right now. Make no bones about it. My God, my Father will sweep through this land with the light of knowledge, which that's what knowledge is. It's light, like our God is light. So, Father, bring the light, bring the knowledge, and bring down all the evil ones that think they're going to destroy this country via hate. And that's the left. My brothers of every single color, from every creed, from all walks. Yeah, we have patriots that are LGBT as well. We have black patriots. We have Asian patriots. We have Hispanic or Latino patriots. We have those who truly yearn to be free because they have escaped the hellholes that your group has created in places like Venezuela, Argentina, and alike. Yeah. Central and South America, right? They have failed because your ideas are those of the corrupter, of the loser, and of the liar. And with that being said, folks, please don't forget to support the show. If you're listening to this podcast on SoundCloud, then check the description of this podcast and you'll find my Teespring store. If you want to support me, go there. You're going to see some amazing ACP 313 gear. Some mugs, some premium black hoodies, some premium tees, some tank tops. I mean, man, it's just, I love it, but of course I'm biased. Now I want you guys to love it. Support the show so we can support each other and we can support this country going forward in a truly progressive manner. Yeah, we believe in self-preservation, and that link, as with my PayPal me.me link, so you can donate to the show if you'd like. I need your help, folks. Stay with me, because I'm fighting for you. This is Joe Wayne. Don't forget to look for all the links, even if you're watching this video on YouTube where they're not going to let very many people see it. You know, Susan and Sundar. Give them your opinions of their weak-ass treatment of Joe Wayne in the ACP 313, because in their treatment, in their censorship of me, folks, they're showing me via their actions how weak they are and how strong I am, because I am enemy number one, apparently. So with that being said, don't forget to look for all of the links in the description bars and in the description of the podcast on SoundCloud. This is Joe Wayne with the ACP 313. To all of the true patriots of this world and this country, specifically because I am a nationalist, first and foremost, I'm an American.